What's happening, peeps and peepettes? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. In this video, we are going to take a closer look at the what's it called? The Gagarin Miracle Worker Battlecruiser thingy shippy. You guys probably know because you clicked on the title of this thing. But for me, it is kind of like, which one was? Oh, this one, right? This one. So Gagarin Miracle Worker Battlecruiser Tier 6. Now this is part of the what is it? The pack, the Discovery Operation Pack. So it is this one right here, this one right here that we are going to do this review about. Now I'm also going to make another review about this little ship. I think it's a pilot escort thingy. But we are but in this video we are going to do a review about this thing, and it kind of looks definitely a battlecruiser, definitely like a huge ship with big saucer, big warp nacelles and all that, and it's kind of fun, I'm guessing, to fly this thing. It is something new that they introduced in the game, so I have no idea how this thing is going to perform or what the statistics is. You and I are going to find out in this video. Like I said, have not actually played the game, so I actually also have not seen this being used by other players. So I'm definitely, you know, I'm going to be amazed. Hopefully, I'm going to be amazed by this ship. But anyway, so we got like a couple of screenshots that they make like big, and this is how it looks like on top. I'm definitely liking the darker shades of black that they're using, incorporated with the white up here. Gray is really awesome. These huge Busard collectors, I believe they're called. This orange thingy right here on the warp nacelle. Very nice. You can see a cross section of this thing. Very, very cool. Also something that they introduced. Look at this thing. Some kind of new visuals on top of this thing. Looks very cool. People are having fun around me. But anyway, so this is the ship that we are going to do a review about. Now I'm also going to read a little bit of statistics and text about this thing, so I'm going to make this thing a little bit bigger. So this starship is also part of the Discovery Operation Pack, found in the discount pack tab of the C store. The ship also includes the Shepard visual variant and seen in the Discovery, in the TV show Discovery. And I'm guessing that is going to be this visual variant that's going to be overlaid on your ship. Very nice. I'm actually liking this thing a little bit better than the normal version, even though this is definitely standard, and you know, this is the way this, at least they Cryptic intended it to be, colorized visually. I mean, so I kind of liking it as it is. But anyway, let's read a little bit of a text that they made for this thing. So the Gagarin Miracle Worker Battlecruiser is a powerful Federation battlecruiser using the latest innovation and technology to make the dream goals of the past reality today. It draws inspiration from many of the experiments attempted by the Shepard class battlecruiser of the 23rd century. An advancement and coordination with Starfleet aliens have been made to make made able to make unique energy intense system work, and the ship was designed to give it the potential for such miraculous systems in the future, notably some very powerful EPS conduit rerouting and new advanced tactical matrices. Wow. Very cool. This starship features a Commander Engineering / Miracle Worker Specialist Bridge Officer seat and a Lieutenant Tactical Bridge Officer Specialist Bridge Officer seat. Wow. So Tactical Miracle Worker and Engineering Miracle Worker. So definitely two specialized Bridge Officer seats can be used on this particular ship. Very nice. Miracle Worker vessels have access to the innovative mechanics which reflect the ingenious solutions you and your crew can pull out of thin air to a difficult situation, while in combat utilizing the correct combination of engineering, science, and or tactical bridge officer abilities as indicated by a specialized UI readout will cause one of the following effects to be triggered. So instincting rerouting, a bonus to all subsystem power, containment, layering, temporal hull based on maximum hull hit points, the Heisenberg decoupler, secondary shielding based on the maximum shield, a plasma purge, self-targeted area of effect, plasma damage over time, the ingenious solution, bonus to recharge speed of your bridge officer and captain abilities, the Barclay maneuver, a photonic copy of your starship will use its ramming speed on a nearby foe. Which abilities must be activated and which innovative effect is triggered are both randomized each time of the mechanic refreshes. It will refresh after a brief lockout period, which allows each triggered effect. Now, all of these ingenious solution that they're talking about, I really enjoy these things, and I have them on my main character, on my main ship, the Zenkethi carrier, and these are very awesome. They can definitely aid you in battle. The only down part is that all of these effects that are going to take place are randomized, so you cannot actually select which one which one you want to be active at that particular time. So that's a little bit of a downside, but all of the other ones are definitely cool to see. And also visually, I definitely love the Barclay maneuver. So it's like a ramming speed, but like a photonic decoy of your ship actually goes towards the target enemy that you are currently having selected, and it just does ramming speed and does a really high amount of damage, or at least kinetic damage, basically like a photon torpedo over your entire ship going to the enemy. Okay, so Miracle Worker vessels are outfitted with a special console slot which can fit any consoles that would normally require engineering, science, or tactical slots. This universal console slot is in addition to the standard number of slots available on ships of the same tier. This starship comes equipped with the console universal refracting energy shunt. When active, this console fires a burst of pure photonic energy directly from your ship's EPS conduit through the deflector dish towards the target. The photonic energy will course through the target searing EPS conduits before exiting towards other nearby starship, which the energy will continue to devastate. All right. I'm really interested in this thing to be shown, because I'm guessing this is going to have some kind of visuals. And as you guys know, I'm definitely in love with visuals. This console also provides a passive boost to starship power transfer rate and starship engineering readiness. This console may be equipped in any console slot on any starship, but only one of these consoles at any given time. After achieving level 5 in your Shepard class battlecruiser, tier 6, you will unlock the entwined tactical matrices starship trait. Well, this trait is slotted. Activating beams, fire at will, or cannon scatter volley will cause your next torpedo attack to be a torpedo spread. Wow, okay. So it's like if you're using beams or cannons, basically the two options that you have to do energy-based damage to your enemy, and you're using fire at will or cannon scatter volley, the next normal torpedo that you're going to be used is going to be torpedo spread. Wow, I like that. That's awesome. Activating torpedo spread causes you to gain beam, fire at will, and cannon scatter volley for a short duration. Oh, okay, so it also works the other way around. Activating torpedo spread causes you to gain beam, fire at will, and cannon scatter volley for a short duration. So, wow, definitely a must-have on this thing. This thing is very, very cool. I like it. I like it. All right. So we got home modifier 1.25. It scales with your level. Now, obviously, you can use this thing. I'm thinking like from level 11 or something like that. That is when you come out of the tutorial for the Federation characters, because this is definitely a Federation ship. Shield modifier with 0.95 scales with your level, or at least I'm thinking it is 0. Yeah, it should be 0.95, because no chance in hand this is going to have a 1.95 shield modifier. So 0.95 scales with your level, and has 5 weapons on the front that scale with your level, and 3 weapons on the aft that also scale with your level. So you can definitely use this ship when you're coming out of the tutorial, and definitely use it to level up your other alts, and use this ship from level 11 all the way to 65, because 65 is currently the maximum, and yeah, you can only use one particular ship. Very nice. Room for 3 devices, a bridge officer station. I'm going to showcase that in a later stage of the video, because I find it very interesting to showcase it, not just to read about it. Console modification with 3 tactical, 5 engineering, 2 science, and 1 universal. Okay, let's do some math. So we got 3, 5 is 8, 2 is 10, and 1 universal. So we got 11 console slots on this baby. And you guys can see, definitely engineering heavy. It is a battle cruiser. Enough said, right? This is definitely, for tanking purposes. 3 tactical, it's definitely going to do enough DPS. It's not going to be a ship that is going to deal out a lot of DPS, because your energy-based weapons or torpedoes need consoles that go inside the tactical console slots. So, with that being said, this is definitely for tanking purposes. Base turn rate of 5.7 degrees. Battlecruiser not going to turn, so you definitely need something to turn this, or at least to help this thing turn, with an impulse modifier of 0.15 and an inertia rating of 50. Plus 15 power to weapons, plus 5 power to shields, and plus 10 weapon power to engines. Okay. Has that always been like that? Okay, I thought we were only going to get like plus 20 to the base amount of powers. This thing has plus 30. So 15 to powers, 5 to shields, and 10 to engines. Well, the engines definitely needs a little bit of a love, because this is not going to change. Turn. So anyway, moving on. Can load the dual cannons, so dual heavy cannons as well, even though I'm definitely am not going to recommend using a battlecruiser with dual heavy cannons, because this thing is definitely not going to turn. Also, the universal console, the refracting energy shunt, innovative mechanics, the UI that we talked about. Now, this thing also has the communication array, so strategic maneuvering, shield frequency modulating, and also weapon system efficiency. It's going to lower the cost of your weapon power. Normally it's 10, but now it's going to be less if you activate this thing. I think it's 10%, so definitely useful. Starship ability package, definitely battlecruisers, so absorption plating, enhanced weapons, enhanced plating, armored hull, and that unlockable starship trait, entwined tactical matrices. That was seeking out EPS conduits that we just read about, this thing right here. And then it's also going to exit towards other nearby starships, so it's definitely going to chain up amongst other starship. And I kind of have the urge to ask the questions: how many times does it chain off to other enemies? If we have a group of enemies, let's say 5 of them, are all 5 of them going to be chained, or But anyway, this thing I'm going to claim. I'm going to make it my current starship, and then I'm going to go over here to these customization, and we're going to see what kind of customization we can do on this battlecruiser. So this is the ship, really flat, definitely pancake-like. saucer section. There is no added height in this thing. Deflector, I wished we could actually zoom in a little bit more than this in the customization part. Also, I've been saying this like for the last, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. The ship is way too high. If anybody from Cryptic is watching this video, dude, make the ship center point of this thing, because it's like way too high. We cannot see the entire ship. Look, if we want to really look at the ship, a little bit of the entirety of the ship is being, cut off from my screen. What is up with that? That's not nice. And maybe, put these controls to the left here or to the right, so we can have a better visuals, experience when we're doing customization. Like, okay, that's a little bit my rant. All right, continuing. Definitely looks cool. I'm definitely enjoying the word definitely, baby. Maybe a little bit too much. But the way that this ship is being showcased, I am enjoying the refracting of the sunlight right here, the reflection of it. The new material types are definitely highly reflective, and it looks good. The warp nacelles are really long. On the kind of looks like if the warp nacelles were like just like halfway, kind of looks like an Akira class or something like that. All right, let's do. Okay, so this is the Gagarin template. We also have the Shepard. Ooh, oh, that is sick. Oh, that is definitely insane. I love the material types that they're using right here. Very nice. I am enjoying this thing. Very cool, very cool. Kind of, I mean, yeah. I don't know which one to choose. They're both really, like, Anyway, I'm definitely going to use this template. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Both of them are looking really good. So there is no. Oh wait, there is the just the normal Discovery bridge. There is no unique bridge to this thing, so it's just the normal Discovery bridge that we see on the TV show, the Discovery. No unique bridge added to this thing. There are different window types. So let me just, there we go. We can actually see all of these white dots. Those are representing of the windows. So we are going to go from the top. We have the Shepard and type 1. So I'm going to go back and forth between these two so you guys can actually focus on the windows and see which one is going to be to your liking, number type 1 or the Shepard variant of these windows. Then I'm going to go to 1 and 2 so you can see the differences between the type 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 right here. And 5. 5 is basically how this ship came out of the box. And type 6 right here. Ooh, I'm loving type 6. The yellow trim that they added on the windows, very, very nice. Very nice. And type 0. Type 0 is kind of badass to look at because it's like a spherical window. Very nice. You can see it right here on the saucer section of the outline. Very cool. I'm leaving it with my favorite type 6. Sorry. Okay, so lots and lots of different material types. So we got Discovery Area 1 through 5. We have the NX refit, and type 0 all the way to type... Wait a minute, there is a sorting arrow right here. So we got type 7, type 8, and type 8B. And then the veteran, and then the upgrade. Now, some of you actually made a comment on my previous videos that I did. I made a boo-boo. Sorry about that, guys. The upgrade is whenever you are upgrading from a tier 5 to a tier 5U. And then the veteran has to do with, you know, my account. So thank you so much for correcting me on that. Because I kind of said, like, you know, not everybody has access to the upgrade, but that is not really, you know, really correct. So you guys might have access to the upgrade, but not the veteran. The veteran has to do with the lifetime membership. Whenever you guys buy the game, put like 300 or 400 bucks into the game to actually purchase it with all of the perks that you're going to get. But anyway, let's go through all of them. We are going to start with the Discovery Era Starship Type 1. See, this is what I mean. I mean, this is definitely a cool material type, but right now, even though I'm like, my nose is almost at the the monitor, I cannot make a distinction, like, you know, is it really good or is it really bad? It looks like it is bad, but when we actually are going to fly this thing, it might actually look good. So I don't know if this is going to be too much work for Cryptic, but we definitely need a new user interface on the customization of these things. And I've been saying that in almost every video. All right, moving on to a type 2. Ooh, that is really bright. That is really bright, but I'm liking it though. Not that much as type 1, but type 2 is kind of like it's glazed. The reflection is like really cool. Very nice. All right, moving on to type 3. Oh, this thing has seen battle. Look at that. It's dark. He's ready to do a little bit more battle. Very nice. Type 4. Oh, even more darker. Oh, this thing is looking scary. Look at that. I love it. Kind of has a little bit of the I don't know if you guys actually saw Star Trek Enterprise when they had the Mako uniforms. Kind of looks like that, you know, the same. All right, moving on to type 5. Type 5 is slick. Look at that. That is cool. Nice, very nice. This is a beautiful looking ship, to say the least. We have the NX version. Speaking of the Enterprise. Yep. Moving on. Refit. Not really enjoying this part. Yeah, not my cup of tea. All right, type 0. Oof, type 0. Type 0 is definitely the old version of Star Trek. The simple version is definitely the most beautiful looking so far. All right, type 1. Wow, what a difference. Look at this. Type 0, Type 1. Look, Type 0, Type 1. Wow, that is sick. Alright, moving on to Type 2. Now, these are just the standard version, so I'm not going to put a lot of time and effort into showcasing these. These are just basically like for every ship, these are available. So nothing really is going to stand out. So I'm going to go through them really quickly. 4 is definitely one of my favorite because it's like turns the ship a little bit more interesting, to say the least, on this thing. Even though it's upside down right now. That's the way it should be. Type 5. This is just the normal versions of all of the material types that we have. Nothing really special about them. Type 6. Really high reflection, really bright. So when you're playing the game and you're like, this is going to be a really dark map, I can use some kind of like light coming from my ship. I'm going to use the material type that is going to reflect a little bit of sunlight. All right, so I'm going to go to Type 7. Now I'm guessing this is definitely the way the ship came out of the box, even though I changed the window type from 5 to 6. This is going to be interesting. Number 8. Ooh, I'm liking number 8. A little bit a upgraded version from from type 0. Yeah. And what is Type 8B? What is the difference between A and B? Okay, so it is less brighter. Ooh, I'm nice. This ship has so many options. I love it. All right, so the upgraded version, yeah, not a lot of, not a lot of cool stuff to be shown with the upgraded version, but I'm definitely rocking the veteran. And I'm actually going to keep it as a veteran. I mean, I'm not going to showcase any of the visuals. I wonder if the template... Oh, man. Okay, so I'm also going to showcase the Shepard version. All right, so this might be a little bit longer video than normal, but I'm definitely going to showcase the Shepard template with the different material types as well, because, I just want to be thorough. And I'm not going to showcase them too long. So just a little bit, and if you guys want, you can definitely pause the video and see it a little bit better. I'm definitely loving these red deflector dish. Kind of looks Klingon. Very nice. Type 5. I mean, it is interesting to see, like, you were just changing the way that this ship looks like. I mean, not the shapes and all that. The shape is just standard, but the way the materials that they're using to actually makes this ship like formidable or not formidable. Or at least from my perspective, it looks badass or it doesn't look badass. NX. Oh, look at that. The NX wasn't... Wow. Oh, look, even the Bizarre collectors are rotating. Wow, that's cool. So we got Type 1, the old version with Spock. Shiny, it's shiny. Very cool. Type 1, Type 2. I'm actually gonna go a little bit faster right here. Type 3, because this isn't as long. It's taking a little bit too long. Type 4, Type 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7. Oh my God, 7. Oh, 7. I'm enjoying 7. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this thing. This thing is awesome. All right, 8. Wait a minute. Even the deflector dish is pulsating right now. That is so sick. Nice. And 8B. What else do we got? We have the upgrade. And we have the veteran. Oh, look at this thing when it is like in the shadow. Look at this. All of these lights are pulsating with the same frequency as the deflector dish. Very nice. It's making the ship look really scary. Is it also pulsating right here? It is on top. Because the ship is like inverted right now. It's like, this is the way it flies, and now it's like on top. Reset. Very nice. Very nice. You can also mix match components, Shepard or the Gagarin, different styles. Yeah, we're just going to make this ship look really interesting. I'm definitely loving these type of warp nacelles and different pattern overlays. Go nuts on that on your own time. I'm just going to go really quickly just to showcase what kind of options we have right here, making it look really hideous like a clown. But I am definitely going to showcase this thing in space, in its size comparison versus the Lucari scout ship, the triangle or Dorito piece, because I want to show you guys how big it is, or what the size comparison is between these two. So here we go. Alrighty, so we are in space, the part where I'm going to showcase the ship against another ship in its comparison, the, you know, how big it is and all that good stuff. So you guys can actually see it right here. It's not that big though. I was definitely hoping it to be a little bit beefier, if that's even a thing. Definitely was hoping it to be a little bit longer. It is a battle cruiser after all, so this thing should be formidable in its size, right? We saw the statistics. The statistics were okay. It wasn't really, you know, that bad, to be honest. The shield was 0.95. That's cool, because it's definitely going to be a whole tank. But this is how it compares to the Lucari Dorito scout ship. Basically, just like an Akira version, like I mentioned, a little bit longer warp nacelles, but that's about it. That is definitely about it for this ship. It's not, you know, it's not that big to begin with. And as you guys know, I definitely pressed cancel in all of the changes that we were doing on the customization. So this is how the ship comes out of the box. If you open it up, this is how it's going to look like. It's, you know, there is nothing being changed about this thing. This is how it's no customization, nothing at all. And this is how it looks like, you know. Kind of enjoying it. Definitely loving the new, or at least not new, the orange yellow Bussard collectors right here that they have like a shielding kind of type deal going on. We saw on the other template that they actually removed this thing, that you can actually see the Bussard collectors spinning around. So the Federation version has, like, you know, or at least this version, not the Federation version because they're both Fed, but this version has this shielding removed. Or at least the other version has the shielding removed. This one has the shielding on top. So it kind of like works like maybe like a filter or something like that. It, you know, definitely to protect the ship some way, somehow. But anyway, I am going to showcase the ship's bridge just a little bit because I know there is a particular subscriber that goes really crazy about the bridge, to showcasing the bridge. And after that, we are going to take this thing into combat and see how well it is going to do in a patrol mission. So this is the bridge. We have seen this thing in the Discovery. What do we got here? Select small craft. Now this is a ship is not really that big, to be honest. They have not made a different room. Definitely not the captain's where Lorca used to go. And with the new season 2, there is like this entire ready room that they have not implemented. That's a little bit shame on them. I wish they actually made, you know, a real full-size replica and everything about it. But it's just, you know, a small map that has to do with, you know, bridges. Bridges is. But library files, and we can actually, this is like a turbolift thing. So we can have a little bit of peace and quiet staring at the wall. But no, this is the, you know, we've seen this bridge. For the people that have, you know, that are be watching the Discovery, because I know some of you hate it, some of you love it, but this is, yeah, this is, you know, the captain's chair when Lorca used to sit, and with season 2, Pike, where Pike actually sits. Very nice. Anyway, so time for this thing to showcase, or at least to be showcased in battle. But before we are going to do that, I am going to showcase the bridge officer station on this. So we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal station. So you can put everybody up there that has to do with tactical, science, or engineering. We also have a Lieutenant Commander Tactical station. So this is a fixed one. This is going to be just for tactical. This is a Commander Engineering / Miracle Worker station, so you can choose between these two. So engineering or Miracle Worker abilities you can put up here. And I don't think I have a Miracle Worker. This guy, but I have not trained this guy into anything fancy related to that, so I'm going to switch it back to her. And I don't have any Miracle Worker abilities, as you guys can see, but it is there for you to train and to you know, give this bridge officer, or at least your bridge officers, different abilities, so they can definitely make use of the Miracle Worker abilities. We have a Lieutenant Tactical / Miracle Worker. So we have 2 different Miracle Worker abilities that you can choose from. This is a fixed bridge officer seating, so you can have only tactical, and this one only engineering, or tactical, Miracle Worker abilities. And this is just, you know, Miracle Worker abilities tactical, Miracle Worker abilities engineering. And there is one for your Ensign abilities that has to do with, you know, a little bit of hull healing and, you know, survivability abilities for from science in science layout. Something that I did not showcase is the statistics of the Universal Console. More details right here, or at least we did mention what it's going to do, but we did not showcase all of the numbers right here. So I might actually need to be in space for the numbers. Leave bridge. Get out of the chair. Exit to sector space. Now, I might need to be in space for all of the numbers to be really the way that they should. So just 1 second. So here we go, more details. All right, so this is definitely a little bit better. So when activating this console, fires a burst of pure photonic energy directed from your ship's EPS conduit through the deflector dish towards your target. The photonic energy will course through the target, searing EPS conduits before exiting towards other nearby starship, which the energy will continue to devastate. This can also provide a passive boost to starship power transfer rate and starship engineering readiness. And this thing will only be equipped in any starship slot, in any console, and only one of these can be equipped in any given time. So plus 15.2 power transfer rate, 17.1 starship engineering readiness. That is going to improve the engineering bridge officer ability cooldown, so they're going to recharge faster. Now the special ability, refracting energy shunt, targeted foe 135 degree targeting arc, obviously from the nose of the ship, 10-kilometer range with a 0.5 seconds charge and a 2-minute cooldown, and to target up to foes within 4 kilometers, dealing a X amount of proton damage. With my particular build, it is doing 6,547.3 proton damage. I really don't have anything that's adding to proton though, but anyway, to the target, it's also going to lower its power levels for the next 10 seconds by 21.5, and activating any exotic damage ability will grant 4% firing cycle haste for energy-based weapons for the next 10 seconds. Nice. So this is in combination with this. If you use this as an ability, as a clicky, as an activatable, and also activate some kind of exotic damage ability, will also give you 4% firing cycle haste for energy-based weapons for the next 10 seconds. Skills and abilities that affect this thing: Starship Exotic Particle Generator, Drain Expertise. Very cool. Now it is time for me to showcase this thing in an Argala, but first we are going to do the Starship Mastery. So plus 25 kinetic and physical damage resistance rating, level 1, level 2, 15% critical severity, level 3, engineering and radiation damage resistance by plus 25, level 4 in Starship Mastery, plus 10 whole heal points. Wow. And that unlockable starship trait, when you activate torpedo spread, you're going to get beam fire at will and also scatter volley. And the other way around is going to give you torpedo spread to yourself. Very, very cool. Now let me go to Argala and showcase this thing, how it's going to perform against a patrol mission. Alright, so we are doing a Gala patrol, the mission wanted. Help these guys a little bit. Now this is that new user interface that we're talking about, that in my particular case it's set up to random, and it's going to be ingenious solutions. The bridge officer cooldown by 33% for the next 10 seconds. Now this is what I'm using as a build. Please don't give me any beef on the comment section. This is definitely just a standard ship. No consoles has been enhanced. The way this ship comes out of the box, and as you guys know, I normally fly without any skills. Look at that, my skills are low, or at least just the defaulted skills, and it's still dishing out a lot of firepower. As you guys can see, my ship hardly took any damage. The way that this ship is flying is definitely true to a cruiser. You guys can actually see that it is not doing its turning rate, but that is going to make up in survivability. And as you guys can see, for normal gameplay in STO, you really don't need lots and lots of high-end gear. Even though I wish I had a little bit better gear to kill off these guys, but it is all part of the show. So I'm going to use my shields before I actually get killed. Oh, temporal backstab. I might have a... I might actually die. Why did I had my heal? Did I level up level 1? No, I didn't. Ha, that was weird. Anyway. Continuity, did that kick in? Yep. That kicked in, that's why. Anyway, that is just a buff that I have that actually helps me survive. What else do we got? We have 2 different carriers. Now I'm definitely going to use this special ability that seeks out the EPS on the carrier. Here we go in 3, 2, 1 and click. Boom! Actually give... Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. And I'm not seeing anything else. Okay. So... I definitely give out a really high blast on this ship, and it seeked out all of the different EPS conduits, and I might actually get wasted right here. And yep, I did. It's awesome. It definitely helps out with power transfer rate. Helps out with engineering a bridge officer cooldown, so you can have like for all of the survivability, or it is not survivability, because with engineering you can definitely do a lot of damage these days. It's going to help out with the cooldowns of these things, so it's going to, you know, you can actually survive and do a little bit engineering magic a little bit faster and faster. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's use the what's it called to move faster? What is it called? Maneuvering thingy, majig. Strategic maneuvering. All right, let's kill all these little ones first. This thing is going to be in 20 seconds. Is going to be available again, so we can use it. Okay, now is the big mama's turn. The carrier right here. Even though it is a little bit damaged, we are going to damage it a little bit more. Here we go. Shields are gone. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1 again. Boom! Oh, there we go. It chained right on this guy. I didn't see how much damage it did on the primary, but on the secondary, when it chained off, it did 15k damage. That's a lot. That is a lot in my book. And we definitely have this thing to help us if we activate another energy. It is going to do, what is it going to do? Instinctive rerouting. So it's going to give us lots and lots of points in our weapons, shield, and engine. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Boom! 125, 125, 110, and 120. And then slowly it is going to be reduced to whenever they were. When we started off. Now, as a battle cruiser, you are going to take in lots and lots of aggro. That is why my ship is not really surviving really good. But you kind of need a little bit more shields and all that to be better than the normal standard Mark 0, or at least it's called level less geared. If somebody, you know, I'm just going off on somebody that actually commented on these things. It's called level less because they don't have any levels associated with these gears. The gear that we normally get when we fly this thing. So that's it. So we have, you know, let me just do a rundown. We have a universal console slot. We have 5 room for engineering, 2 for science, and 3 for tactical. You can definitely utilize that for you know, to make this ship powerful as it is. For me personally, if you have no idea what you're doing in Star Trek Online, I would say don't use this ship. That is just my opinion. This ship can be really good if you want to support your team. Take up all of the aggro, and everybody is going to, all of the enemies in the vicinity is going or are going to fire on your ship. And to do that, you need to neglect a lot of damage, and to survive that, you need lots of healing. And there are definitely different tactics to do that. But if you have no idea what you're doing, you're not going to be able to use this ship to its max potential. This is not something that you can, like, you know, this is my first month in STO, and, you know, this ship is, you know, the best ship out there for me to survive. No, because this thing is not going to deal out enough damage to counter the incoming bombardment that you're going to get from your enemy. Like you just saw, I actually died because I took too much aggro. All of the ships were firing on me, and they were not firing, or at least they weren't concentrating on these Benthans, because battlecruisers have some kind of inert component to them that they take up aggro whenever they attack an enemy. So keep that in mind. This is definitely something, if you have no idea what to do or what you're doing in STO, this ship is probably not for you. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm really liking these, the new ship, the new visuals, as it were. Yeah. That's it. I mean, nothing more to say. This ship is definitely for people that know what they're doing, and survivability is something what they normally do. Hope you guys had a little bit of fun and knowledge, entertainment coming out of my channel. I would love to see you guys on the next video. I'm definitely going to do the other review about that pilot escort ship, the tiny one. And would love to see you guys there as well. For now, take care and later.